Hey everybody, this is Mr. Haig. Welcome back to Mr. Haig's Class Podcast. Have you ever seen those crazy TikTok videos where they kind of crack the back and of poodles?
What?
I guess poodles need that cracking too, you know. In all seriousness, the field of chiropractic, right? Is that how you say it?
Chiropractic, yes.
Yes. Okay. It's very, very serious. I mean, it saves lives, it improves lives, and obviously you have to know what you're doing. It's not as simple as, just cracking a back. It's a lot of procedures involved, and the education behind it is enormous. So I want to explain to the students out there who are thinking about embarking in this career, what's it like? What's the journey, and how is it now today? New technology. So I have here Dr. Tony, as we call him, but and Dr. Tony Ratkovic, is that how you say your name? Did I say it right? Okay, perfect. Yeah, I've known you for years at the Chambers of Commerce, and it's been a pleasure. Okay, so I always find you very fascinating. And hey, so tell us, tell us about the field itself. What do people do?
Where it is now, right now, it's basically you basically have to want to help people, right? You have to be a caring person. It's hands-on. You're not a surgeon where you're dealing with someone anesthesia. You have to be able to talk to somebody, communicate well, and get them to like you as a chiropractor. We talk about being friendly, but also being personable. So you want to make sure you have that professional friendliness all the time with your patients. You have to have that mindset. I'm going to walk to my office today, and I've been a chiropractor for almost 25 years now. So a lot of it is learning to have that competency. Yes, we'll go over what it takes there, but you need the personality. Sometimes it is learnable, it is teachable. Just being a happy person, because it's like attracts like, right? If you come into your office like, I've had such a rough weekend, it's been rough, stock market's down, my grades are bad, blah, blah, blah. Pretty like, why do I want to see this person bring me down? I want to bring somebody up. You want to bring someone up. So you want to make sure you have a way within 5 minutes to communicate with someone, understand their situation, yes, their problem, but able to go, where are they talking, how they talk, what kind of language they talk. If they, for example, nerve pain down the leg is called sciatica. Some people say sciatica, so you go with that, You have to be able to, if you want to have a conversation with somebody, say someone, for example, in your school, somebody new, and you want to be able to go talk to them, hey, what's going on, where are you from, what do you like to do? You want to have that type of a personality, just be able to break the ice right away.
But it must be also involve a lot of trust, because we're talking bones here and joints and ligaments. I mean, I guess you want to make the person feel good, but I mean, I need a little bit more than that. Would you imagine?
Of course, once you build that trust, that if you want to call it personal relationship, you go, this is what we do, this is how we do it, and this is how we understand your problem first. And a lot of that's going to come down to learning how to listen properly, then repeat back to that person what their problem actually is. That tells the person, the patient, that you understood their problem, so they can build trust and get that trust factor up and up and up in that 5-10 minutes or so they're willing to lie down and get you to adjust their bones and know it's safe and know you're competent as a chiropractor. At that point, they can go, I leave my body in your hands. They may take a visit or two, they may take more time also, but by understanding that first time it's so important to somebody, understanding how to do that, it's a very training thing you can do under experience, but also getting the knowledge, okay, what does the x-ray look like? What's their problem? Where's their problem coming from? Relate there, for example, neck problem to maybe even their headaches, even their upper back pain too, even arm neuropathy down the arm, and understanding when you see that, hey, this neck problem you're having is actually causing your hand tingling also. When you do this, what does this do? It promotes an unconscious agreement with the person that you know you're talking about.
Okay.
Jim, you know the stuff. This is what it comes down to, right? It's almost
I didn't know. I don't know this stuff. I would go to people like you.
Someone says, like, look, I see your x-rays. I see you have a neck being pinched. This is what we do in our office. At that point, that's going to cause the finger tingling you're having now that's coming from your neck. And that's exactly where it comes from.
Interesting.
This is body language telling the person, yes, agree with me. And they're going to go, that makes sense, doctor. Because unconsciously, the Jedi mind trick, they're saying, yeah, that makes sense to me.
So there's a lot of neurology involved here.
Huge. Neurology is is the number one thing we focus on in my office. People come with pain all the time. That's pain in the shoulder, neck. But what is the neuropathy is 5 things. If you break it down, numbness, tingling, burning, sharp pain, and weakness. Those are your 5 signs of neuropathy. In a common sense, or if you want to call it just common person understanding for one too. Look at those 5 things. Sometimes with those 5 things, one of those 5 things, they go, where's it coming from? How long has it been there before? And was there trauma involved? Was a mechanism of injury to cause that to happen? You might have to think of all these things. I'm asking these questions in the 5-minute period to find out, try to trigger and find the clues and the answers to my clues to figure out what the problem is. Once I do that, then I can link it back to them. This is where it's coming from. You have this. It comes up from the hand, from the neck, from the pinched nerve in your spine you've had for 3 months from that injury you had 3 months ago.
And so what are the typical problems that the people seek your help from? Like, what is the predominant, if there is a predominant?
It's more chronic neck pain and back pain, chronic meaning more than 3 months, not getting better, or if they've sought medical help from a medical doctor, the medication's not working. Or maybe the home therapy is not working also. Massage didn't work. Okay. So a lot of it is they're coming into us as a second, third opinion of where the problem actually is. Somebody had pain yesterday, go, hey, my back hurt. What they'll do, put some ice on it, wait a couple of days, it goes away. Boom, good. When it's 3 months, they go, okay, now what's going on? Why is it gone from now my low back, now down my leg? Why is it traveling now? Why is it going from pain to now numbness down my fingers? Mm-hmm. So they're looking at the progression of an injury, may be even more intense, which can be more frequent, or higher level of pain to where now they're concerned to a point where is it going to get worse because it's not getting better.
Okay. And now this is obviously, you need a medical degree in this.
You need a doctor of chiropractic degree.
Okay.
Going back to that, if you're in high school right now, doing well in sciences will help you. Okay. Once you get out of high school, going to colleges, getting your biology, bio 101, chem 101, OChem, physiology, physics for 1, 2. Those are probably your 5 major ones you need. Even a minor, even a general psychology class too. Doing well in those. Well, I don't want to say doing well in those, but doing well in those. All you need is to get those credits, get into chiropractic school. Chiropractic school is a profit organization. At that point, they're going to get you in the school no matter what. It's your job to stay there, meaning that you have to be able to pass your classes. If you don't pass your class, you got to repeat it. And these are college maybe, for example, maybe cost you maybe 20, 30 grand. Mm-hmm. Chiropractic school looking at 100 grand, 150 grand.
Wow.
If you're going to go to chiropractic school, be serious. Yeah. I'd rather someone come out of college, go and volunteer somewhere, do something else for 1, 2, get some experience in life, for example. Teaching is a phenomenal way to communicate for 1, 2. That point, getting back to school, that point you're more about, and I really want to do this. Okay. I'm not thinking about it. Once you get back, once you start chiropractic school after college, you're going to take classes probably 8 to maybe 2 or 3, the half an hour lunch break, study till 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock at night, study every weekend. And then my school was 10 semesters, 2 weeks off, 10 semesters, so on for 10 semesters total. So we had, 10 weeks, 2 weeks off. So we 10 semesters total, but also you have to worry about not only passing your classes, because you're taking about 5, 6 classes at one time, but also taking national boards also.
5
is going to be, and you're taking classes. Then also as you get into your higher, say 2nd, 3rd year, start doing internships, hands-on technique too, outside clinics for one. Also, you want hands-on experience. A lot of chiropractic is more artists for 1, 2. You have to work on your hands and your skills doing that. It's like learning to play guitar. You have to be able to practice on people. Family members, people that you like, people that won't sue you, hopefully. You never know. But you want to be able to get that hands-on experience. Even volunteering in an office also, externships are very important. So, and I would rather have someone go into an externship for even volunteer in an office, as they say, work part somewhere else, to make sure they're ready for chiropractic school. Half my class never graduated. And they graduated, or they quit, or got let go with federal student loans. Those do not go away. They stay with you till you go to the next life.
Yeah, that's too bad.
And half of my class, after they graduated, 5 years later, was doing something else. They no longer, they fell out of practice. They did something that For example, they thought it was going to be part of their practice. Their perception of what this great thing's going to be wasn't it. They did, for example, work comp or something very specific, and that field kind of died. It didn't pay as well as they thought it would pay. So it's almost like getting to a practice where, for example, my experience. Okay, give you my experience. Okay, in my first semester of school, I read a good book called what was it? Dig Your Well Before You're Thirsty. Okay, I forgot the author's name. Jim probably knows, but he's been around for a long time. And it was more like, if you're going to do this, what's your plan afterwards? How are you going to start get a job? How are you going to basically start a career? So I said, okay, I'm going to take, and I'm not sure if you kids know, so there was this thing called the Yellow Pages back then, back in the late 90s. This was a big book we had.
Yep. Oh, yeah. I remember those.
And it was advertising.
This thick.
It was this thick, and it gave you all business in your area. I took that book, looked at the alumni list from my school, and looked up the 10 doctors, because in your category, say chiropractic, people would pay more to be in front of that category, that alphabetical order, if you want to call it that. So I would take those ads and then compare it to my alumni list and go, okay, which ones, this is my in kind of thing. And I would go, okay, now I'm going to go take that list, call maybe 10, 15 doctors. Hey, I'm a first semester student in chiropractic school, and I live in Upland. Then I went to school in La Habra, so about an hour and 23 minutes based on traffic, hour and a half, maybe 2 hours. But I would go, I want to volunteer, just get some experience. Out of those 15 doctors I called, maybe 4 called me back and said, hey, yeah, come on in, come and volunteer. 2, I was like, yeah, I'm not really into what you kind of practice. Chiropractic sometimes has a special, I'm like, that really what I want to do. So I decided on about 2 of them. Okay, so out of the 9 last semesters I had, I volunteered both of them whenever I could, on weekends, their programs, I'd come and help in their office just for free. It's experience. Okay, building a reputation up so they know you. So by the time I graduated, I had a job lined up ready to go. The doctor says, well, when can you start? I have my license. I had to get my state clearance. They call it something else for one too. So once I got that, I had a job ready to go. I had 2 options. I could either work for other one here or one over here. Most doctors, chiropractic students, had no idea what they want to do afterwards. So setting yourself up for the next part of your, say, career schooling now allows you to go, there's no waiting period. Because once you graduate, realize your cost of living is still there. You don't have a job. Your loans are still coming up due. So planning ahead or digging your well before you're thirsty allows you to get that stress off of your body. Plus, you have experience at the same time. So these doctors know you before you actually graduate to want to hire you or not. So if they're not, move on next doctor. So after I started that for 1, 2, I worked in a office for 2 years, learned a lot there for 1, 2. A lot when you become an expert in your field, Jim knows, takes 2 things, experience and knowledge. We'll give you the knowledge. Okay. Experience is in the field.
Right.
Internships, that's going to be okay. But in the field, you see cases that you've never seen in school. You have to react right away. You'll choose someone right away. They're going to give you a call. Hey, can I come in? Perfect. I have this one. I'm like, okay, let's figure out the way it is. So having worked under an experienced doctor gave me that accelerated experience as a mentor to help me to get the next level quick. Once I finished my 2 years with him, I jumped in my practice as a partner. And as a partner, I've been with my partner since 2005, which is about 20 years. So it's been learning experience. Even then, when I jumped this practice, the previous partner, he called me and goes, hey, do you want to buy into this practice? I go, I will, but I also want more experience. So he had done a lot of classes after graduating, learning how to run a practice. So he came back and taught us more now the business of the practice, how to run the books, and not have to do that, but how the office actually runs well. Even though I have someone who does that for me, and she does a phenomenal job, I want to know the whole picture.
So in other words, you went under somebody's wing.
Yes.
Which I think is a very strong way to get good at a field, to already be under the wing of somebody who's been through it.
Saves so much time.
But let me ask you this. Okay, so you went through 4 years of a regular. Can I ask where you went to the first 4 year?
UC Riverside, UCR.
Okay, so you went to UC Riverside. Then after that, now in a typical, I guess, a regular, I don't know if there's such thing as a regular doctor, but they go through 4 years of additional med school. What about a chiropractor?
Chiropractic school is mine was accelerated 3.5 years.
2.5.
There is no extra, part of the 3.5 years is still some outside clinic training, but it's really up to you. There is no extra, there's no residency, if you want to call it that.
Okay.
You have to go into a practice either on your own way to go once you get your license, or work under someone else for a while and get your experience and then buy into a practice like I did, or start your own thing.
So what's your title? Is a doctor of chiropractic?
Doctor of chiropractic.
Is that what is that, DC or
DC.
DC? Okay. Now that gives you the right, obviously, to twist bones. Okay.
Well, there's three physicians, right? Three physicians. There's MDs, medical degrees.
Okay.
There's doctor of osteopathy, DOs, and chiropractors. We're able to diagnose and treat.
Okay. So no, but can you prescribe medicine?
No, we do not.
Okay.
Part of our license, part of our ethics is non-medication. Is part of it. The non-surgery, but there's a specialty within chiropractic you could qualify for, get certified to do under anesthesia adjustments. But again, that's more takes more slowly. That's more practice.
So now you have your own private practice, I would imagine. Okay. But do most, I mean, I belong to Kaiser. Now, I would imagine they have their own chiropractic departments. Is that how a lot of these chiropractic
networks always network out to private practices?
Okay.
Kaiser does have chiropractic coverage, some, but it's outside clinics that they work with, not inside the hospital.
Okay. So, okay, got it. I thought in Kaiser, I saw they have chiropractics there that then
it's separate doctors and
separate doctors
outside the hospital for the actual treatment.
Okay. Now, would you say that, I mean, it must be, you have to have tremendous customer service here, skill sets. Yeah. And so I like it. By the way, the website that you have is Euclid Chiropractic. Okay. INC.
They must manage that for me too. It's
Euclid Chiropractic INC. I encourage everybody to take a look at that because you have videos. Now, why do videos on the procedures? Is it to help clients look good or?
Well, and part of it, going back to Yellow Pages before, that was the number one way people would market. Besides personal referral. Personal referral has always been the number one for, I want to say, thousands of years to find somebody in your specialty. But without that, the Yellow Pages where someone would open the page, we had what's called a double truck ad. It was color. It was full page, blah, blah, blah. We paid, I want to say, close to probably $1,500 a month for it. Crazy. But once it started going down, because what happened is, this World Wide Web came about. It's World Wide Web. It's the internet thing. Yeah. When all of a sudden Google started. Google started with websites, then YouTube, and then Google business page where you can do
I remember all those
reviews. Then Facebook, and then Instagram, then tic-tac-toe, and then where we are right now, right? So as the Yellow Pages died, we're also going to do things. How else are we going to market to people to let them know what we do? It's educational marketing. But we do videos. I might even have podcasts also started in 2016 to educate patients. That builds up your reputation as a professional healthcare advocate. One, two. That one allows them to see it transparent. What is the adjustment? How do I just loaded one up today from one of my talks I had done back, I want to say in July or August, or one also. I showed the full adjustment on another doctor for one. So it makes the office very transparent of what we do. So there's no behind the curtain stuff. There's no questions unanswered. When you come in the office, you go, hi, I'm seeing the YouTube doctor. I want this, this, and this. It saves them the time, educates them coming in the door. We do. And they come in with all these questions. So I now answer questions to reaffirm that they're in the right place.
Okay.
My best videos are going to be my adjusting videos, exercise videos, my podcast clips for one also. On the long podcast links for one also, anywhere from chiropractors. This week I had someone on spiritual bodybuilding. Last week on biohacking for one also. I've done, I want to say, 500 podcasts, but also podcast clips too. I do one a couple times a month. It's easy to do. I show up like Jim does, have someone talk for 20, 30 minutes, and good to go.
And so does the chiropractic field, do they accept insurance? Are they covered by insurance?
We're covered under PPOs.
Okay.
And also a lot of locals or unions have good insurance too. PS is a good one for us also. With their HMO does cover chiropractic, but there's a lot of paperwork involved. So really and even Medicare covers chiropractic, just like a $5 copay. Medi-Cal does not. But a lot of it is calling ahead first and see what actually your coverage actually is. You don't want to walk in the office, hey, I want to get treated today. Yeah, okay, get treated, and also you get a bill for, say, $400 or $500.
So do you get referrals from medical doctors, or do they?
We do. Okay. And even attorneys, we see a lot of personal injury cases from We do that also. Trauma related. We have x-rays in our office too. So we show someone their x-ray relative to their normal. It's comparison, normal, your x-ray. What's the difference? So we make it as simple as possible so understand their problem, how we're going to help them at that point, get them treated the same day.
And what's the typical life? Give me a typical day, just an average
day. I already got a message from my staff for tomorrow. It's going to be 60 people in the morning and about 30 people in the afternoon. I already have 4 patients on the book, 4 new patients on the book. So I'm running the whole time. I don't have time to rest. I just go. My treatments take sometimes 5 to 10 minutes the most for a patient, especially a returning patient, because they know what they need. I know what they need. Boom, I get them treated from the table, get that out. And I also make sure part of my initial visit with them is to make sure I get an exercise, start doing it at home. I go to the exercise with them. So first, it's always a longer visit, except them at home. At that point, they have things to do at home. So my thing is, I'll adjust them. I'll make them feel better. But what do you do an extra 23 hours and 50 minutes a day that can either help their health or make their health worse? So make sure you give them the right things to do. I want to walk them through their day so I know how to help them feel better by their next visit, their next day, their next week, their next month. So my job is really make every patient their best doctor themselves, but make educated and accountable for their health. That's my plan.
Okay, well, I think that's really very helpful. Yeah, why not? So, how long would you say from the minute you made the decision? Okay, I'm going to go into chiropractic. I've already graduated. Let's say I graduated college. I decided I'm going to go. How long between the time you made the decision to do that until you get your first paycheck? I know you said 3 years.
And 3.5 years. My program has went to accelerate. So there's no summers off. Some have summers off. So it's almost a 5-year program, which is I want to get things in and out. So you're talking about maybe 5 years to get your first paycheck once you start chiropractic.
Okay, 5 years. Okay, that's significantly lower than, say, a medical doctor.
Oh, huge. But again, it's almost like it's 5 years if you set yourself up the right way during school, have a job lined up either as an associate, as an employee of another chiropractor, or as your own practice. Even a lot of legacy practices where a father has his son or daughter go to chiropractic school and rooms that child become a partner and also take over his practice when that father or son or mom wants to retire. So it's almost there's almost like you have to decide that first, almost going into school, what type of practice you want, where do you want to practice, what location, and also who do you want to practice with, solo, with a partner. So you almost want to live where you want to practice. I drove about an hour and a half to school every time, so every day. So when I was in school, so a lot of it was I spent the weekends here whenever I could volunteer. So by the time I graduated, I was in my location. So not I would market here, but I had people I knew in the area, from church, from my community, from the chamber, Upland Chamber for one also. So I was really involved in that. Even the local schools understand I could do their workshops, help with their science program too, and volunteer my time to do my learning or teaching them some of the bedside manner stuff as a way to promote my practice.
And I understand you're also working with high school kids right now, I would imagine.
I love high school kids. They're very moldable, as you know, with your kids, your students. And a lot of them want just that experience of what they want to do. Some might be introverts, so I kind of work with them that way too, to be more vocal or more communicative. But a lot of those, once I get them there. So right now I have one, Martha, she's great. She was my last semester in the spring, this last spring of 25. And I brought her in now as a full-time back office 3 days a week, helping with my patients. It's been great to have that access help, but also helping her understand what the field is. And I always joke with them too. I always have them, for example, remember patients' names. So they're involved with patient care.
Okay, and so do most chiropractors like you, do you have your own business, or does it, do some people in partnerships, or are they work for them?
50. I do instructing for the state, so I do a lot of state classes and workshops. So I see the different chiropractors in Southern California. It's 50-50.
Okay.
Some people like others, some people don't. And realize this is a career you can do for probably once you graduate a lifetime, 30, 40 years, where you can even go part-time and work, say, 3-4 days a week. A lot of chiropractors don't work 4 days a week. It would probably break me 4 days a week, 40 hours a week. So some chiropractors I work 3 days a week, 3 full days. Some work 3.5, some work 2, some work even 1. So it depends on what your schedule, what you want to do, and how much income you want to get. Realize for every person you see, it's going to adjust. So the more you see, the more you're going to take home. And as a business too, as a private business, there's more tax advantages versus working with somebody else. So it's almost like what you want to do. And some people, for example, they've worked in a private practice for, say, 20 years. Now they go work for somebody else. They go, so much easier. So it depends on what your grass is always greener, right? So it depends on what you want to do.
Mm-hmm. So we talked about the fruitions of a chiropractic. We talked about the good parts. Now, what's a challenging thing that you've experienced besides angry patients?
A lot of it is it's dealing with people all day, right? So you have to have that, you want to call it shield around you personally, so you don't take it home. You don't take things personal. Some people come in with their chronic pain. They have that attitude because of the pain for one. They may yell at you. And one person, real nice guy, kind of a joking thing, big guy, iron worker. And he was kind of an animated guy. And I adjusted one time a little back and it popped really loud. And after it popped, he jumped up, I entered the room, so she was my witness, Martha. He jumped up and slapped me in the butt. I was like, what the heck was that? So you get happy, because when you adjust them, it's like riding a roller coaster. You know what the reaction is going to be. And 3 reactions are very common with their first adjustment: laughing, crying, or speaking in tongues or Tourette's. So you don't know what's going to happen. They may speak that language, it just comes out, whatever it might be. So you have to roll with everything, right? I think part of people that drop out of practice or decide to do something else afterwards, they're really not in it for the patient. They're in it for themselves. They thought they could make a lot of money.
Oh, good point.
We've had months, especially during the financial crisis back in 08, 09, where we wouldn't take home a paycheck. Pay the bills, pay the staff, wouldn't take a paycheck. Right? It's going to happen. But and part of it is, you be the best chiropractor in the world, best student in the world, but if you can't run a business, you're not going to survive.
And so, who are your staff? You have
I have my partner. We're 60-40 right now. I just bought some of his practice. We're 60-40. We were 50-50. We're 49-51 him for a long time, which worked out great. I have a great, phenomenal office manager. She's been there for probably 35 years, a long time. She runs the show. I do very little business part of the paperwork. I understand what it is. I ask her questions. She takes care of all that back office bookkeeping and insurance stuff. I have a front office staff, 2 of them part-time. They run the book. They make phone calls. You answer the phone. They smile in the morning, talk to patients, know them by name, make it very personable. That's the plan. So I would say as long as you have a good smile, remember people's names, and are personable, chiropractic can be for you. Realize it's going to be good days and bad days. You have to be able to take care of your mind also, so you walk in with a good attitude. It's called PMA, the letters PMA, positive mental attitude. If you don't have it, you can't have your patients have it. You have to have, we talked about, I guess, at the very beginning, that attitude to walk in with, so you bring your patients up here, you don't keep them down here. So you have to really, and I've done a lot of, as Jim knows, we've read a lot of books, a lot of audiobooks about keeping your mindset right, about just personal growth, even business growth too, even running your own financial part of your life. No one pays you a pension. No one's saving money for you. No one's going to tell you not to own a credit card. You have to have your own financial diligence and incompetence to not overspend. So when things do dry up, you have some money saved. Take care of and you have to be your own financial planner, your own business planner, your own chiropractic advisor for yourself too.
Right.
There's a lot involved in it versus working. If you want to,
seems like that.
Go be a general practitioner at Kaiser. Fantastic, great job.
Right.
It's called the golden handshake, golden cuffs for a reason. You're kind of stuck there. But if you think about going private practice, go and follow a doctor for a while. Maybe try 2 or 3 and just see why they're happy in practice. What makes them happy? They've been in practice for 10, 15, 20 years. Why are they happy in practice? What has made them happy? I may not have all the answers for you, but can I give you a sense of what requires you to go into practice? So whatever comes at you, whatever patients tell you, you can go, man, how do I help this person feel a little bit better today? Maybe a little joke here and there, maybe a little little advice, a little bit of help here and there. Does that work for you? How that goes? So it may not be the adjustment every time, but maybe I had a patient right now. He's only 22 years old, graduated from APU. Nice kid. He's from Michigan originally. Really bad low back. We had to go to the ER this weekend. Had an MRI done, and his doctor was kind of delaying the process. I said, "Hey, get it done. Don't waste any time." I called him today. We had a chat for 1-2. What's going on? So some people come to our office. There's about probably 8 a year that come to my office that are beyond my help.
Okay.
They have something torn. They have something broken. So I want to catch that also because I want to help them get to the right doctor or right health care to get themselves healthy. So sometimes come in your office, you don't know what to experience.
Right. So I see that you obviously care about your patients and you want to make sure that they get everything and all the information. So looking back now, if you had the chance to do it all again, would you?
Yes. Yeah. It's been a fun career. A lot of postgraduate learning after chiropractic school, as Jim knows, a lot of getting my mindset right, learning about the business. The school is going to help you learn your technique, just the very basics of your technique, how you're going to adjust people, the art of the chiropractic, but they'll give you the science also to pass the boards. That's their job. I'll be upfront with you. But you got to come out and now learn how the business skills, the personal skills has to be part of your postgraduate training to then become a competent expert in your field. So you feel confident you can help people no matter what comes in your office.
Okay, that's fine. Well, with that being said, Dr. Tony, you have explained a lot. And I think that this is a fantastic field. I mean, it's much needed, much desired, of course, because, pain doesn't go away. There'll always be pain.
Well, probably accessibility since COVID, a lot of doctors have booked their patients a month out, 2 months out.
Wow, really?
So what happens is we're seeing people that come in the next day. They can book the same week to see us versus waiting to see their medical doctor because they're in pain. So we're more accessible to our patients because of that to make their symptom, at least an idea of what's going on, go away right away.
Got it. That's very helpful. My goodness. And so you can get help right away because pain doesn't wait.
No, we'll see you in 3 weeks. I'm like, 3 weeks?
3 weeks. I need it now. I need 3 minutes. So anyway, I want to deeply thank you for your participation. I'm going to, I hope that anybody out there, again, the website is Euclid Chiropractic, INC. I'll have it listed on the podcast, and that will definitely watch the videos, learn from this man. He knows what he's doing, and he obviously has done it for a very long time.
If you ever want to volunteer in my office too, you can always. I'm always for that. Call the office. Make an appointment with me that we can sit down, chit chat, so it's a good time for you. I have people coming all the time. I had probably 2 or 3 this last semester, last year, even summer too. Just come and want to see what we do.
There you go. That's how and I'll tell you, that's exactly how you do it. You learn from people who are already there. So one thing that all students need to know. So with that, Dr. Tony, I want to thank you very much for your time. Okay, stay on a little bit longer, and I definitely want to thank you. And this will be up on Apple Podcasts or Spotify. This has been Mr. Haig with Dr. Tony, and I want to thank him and thank you all for listening. Okay, until next time, we'll try to find somebody good. Okay.